Welcome back to Wearing Conscious. I'm your host, Kate Vegas. Today, we're going to talk about what to do if you have a pile of clothes and you're not sure where to take them next, or maybe you are thinking of going through your closet, but you're not quite sure how to be most conscientious about what to do with your stuff. It's important to remember that donating to national organizations like Goodwill is problematic at best. Oftentimes, those donations will get baled into cubes and shipped off to third world countries, particularly in West Africa, and then they end up as litter on the beaches. This is what they do to recoup money from things they feel they can't sell or things that aren't selling well, which means that often your donations could be shipped off as third world trash before they even hit the shelves. Okay, so what are some other ideas you can try? Follow this list. First, fix it. This is an often overlooked solution, but if you have a missing button or a ripped hem or ripping apart seam, you can fix it or get it tailored inexpensively, and then you'll have use of your item back. If you have an item that's basically perfect, sometimes even new with tags, just sitting in your closet, this is a great time to think about selling or gifting it. If it's sellable quality, you can use an app or sales platform through the internet to kind of get a wider peer-to-peer network. And you can also try local consignment shops or resale shops that can take your items and give you some money or trading credits. Really, really fun to give something that's great to a friend, to a colleague, to someone that will use it and give it new life. I think that is such a joy. As a person that has given many new and nice pieces away, I can say it is really fun. If your item isn't selling in a reasonable time, or you can't really think of who to give it to, or especially if it's not in quite nice enough condition to gift it to someone, maybe it does still need the fixing, but you feel like someone else might want to do that, this is a good time to think about swapping it. Swaps can be person to person among friends, they can be among coworkers. Hey, I have this, you want this? You can also organize a swap in your community, perhaps among church friends or book club or another group you have. Small swap meets like a naked lady party, as they call them, or just a clothing exchange among your friends. Or often local businesses or resale shops will have swaps open to the public, which is awesome. There's a much bigger selection there so that you can look for things you might need, or you can just kind of drop off your things and browse around. Swap meets do come with some caveats. First of all, if you bring something that people don't really want to a swap meet, it's basically like donating it to a national organization, because that's what often happens with clothes that people don't choose in swap. You can find out what the plan is for the clothes after the swap meet and see if you can get them donated to maybe a local organization instead, or to recycling instead. Now, following this is the harsh truth that you probably shouldn't bring things to a swap meet that are totally undesirable. And this is a frequent occurrence I've seen in swap meets, is that, somebody might want my old t-shirt to paint in. Nobody wants your old t-shirt to paint in. Everybody has a shirt like that in their home that they're thinking about getting rid of themselves. Remember to bring things that you believe are desirable to other people, even if they're a little bit used condition, or maybe they need a little bit of a fix, but not something that's totally destroyed or something that's completely heinous that no one would want, like underwear. The next idea is repurposing it. This is just taking the item that you have as a whole and using it for something else. A lot of people make shoes into planters, for instance. I took a purse that was made of netting, but the netting was like too large, and so everything was like falling out of it. and I made it into a really nice plant hangers. A lot of us are probably familiar with using like old socks as cleaning rags, things like that, you know, get your car buffed out. There's really a lot of great ways that you can repurpose items. Now you can also upcycle, which is very similar to repurposing it, except for you're kind of changing the form of it a little bit. So you could take, you know, a long dress that maybe is stained and ripped at the bottom and cut it into a shorter dress. That would be upcycling it. You can also take an old sari and make it into a shirt, which is the basis of my friend's company. They had an old ripped poncho that I actually upcycled into a covering for my desk chair. And then there is the idea of donating locally. So if there's some life left in your item, you just aren't handy, you don't want to do anything else with it, no one is picking it at a swap meet, or you just don't really have time, donating locally is actually a pretty great idea. Oftentimes local donations will either just go directly to the people that they're meant to benefit, or they will be sold like right in a shop locally. Local shops often don't have the type of volume, or local organizations don't have the type of volume that, for instance, Goodwill will have. So they're not bailing the clothing that you donate into cubes and colonizing a beach somewhere with it. The final idea is one that I really love because it does take items at the end of their life and give them a new life, and that is recycling. There are recycling programs for clothing. If you have Ridwell in your area, I highly recommend getting Ridwell. They take clothes and they take recycling of all kinds. If you're exhausting all these other possibilities and you just kind of have rags left, or things, again, nobody wants, you know, just totally stained, full of holes, recycling it is a great option. And of course, I've talked about 4 days, and that is a great option nationally. You can get a bag sent to you at your house, fill it to the level desire, from like super stuffed to like basically stuffed, then send it back, and you will get $20 of credit for your $20 you spent to buy the bag, and you've recycled a ton of clothing. All right, so I hope this helps, and I hope having a plan for your things actually helps you let it go even more, because I think sometimes just knowing that where it's going and that it will stay in the world with a new life is helpful, instead of feeling like you need to protect your item or things like that. So enjoy, take care, like and subscribe.